Press the release switch on the top of the seat to fold down one portion of the rear seat, and perform the same operation on the other side to fold down the seats completely for maximum cargo space. To install the net in front of the rear seats, guide the case in from the passenger side with the strap facing up and the handle of the cargo cover facing front. Pull the net out and secure it to the holders in the roof. Use the rotary dial with red and blue markings to moderate the temperature of the airflow to your upper body. Turn toward blue for colder air, or toward red for warmer air. Use the switch with red and blue arrows to select a comfortable interior temperature. When Auto appears in the display, airflow is controlled automatically. You can use the switch marked with fans to vary the airflow. To turn off the system, lower the fan speed all the way and press. To turn the system back on, press any climate control switch. To defrost the windshield, simply press the defrost button. Below, you'll find the button for air conditioning. The bottom button on the right-hand column is for the rear window defogger. To direct airflow to the windshield, upper body, and the footwells, select any combination of the buttons on the left-hand column. Or press Auto and the system will select air distribution automatically. To help prevent windows from fogging in cool, damp weather, press the top button and air will be blown upward on both sides. To choose automatic air recirculation, press the air recirculation button once, and the system will recirculate filtered interior air for up to 12 minutes if an excess level of outside pollutants is detected in the environment. Or press again to choose manual air recirculation. To avoid the possibility of fogging the windshield in damp weather, press the air conditioning button if either air recirculation function is selected.
Controls. At BMW's Research and Development Center, engineers, ergonomics specialists, and safety experts aim to exceed the highest standards for safety, performance, and reliability. In this example, if a taillight burns out, a backup bulb comes on immediately for safety's sake. A warning light in the instrument cluster reminds you to get a replacement. As soon as the old bulb has been changed, the backup bulb turns off again. All systems, parts, and controls in your vehicle undergo extensive durability testing. The chassis has to endure hundreds of hours of torturous shaking. This axle is driving every corner and straightaway of the awesome Nürburgring racetrack at racing speeds. And these components can withstand vibration, heat, and cold beyond anything you are likely to encounter in the real world.
If your vehicle has a Steptronic transmission, you have a choice of 3 driving modes: adaptive automatic, sport, or clutchless manual. Select D for adaptive transmission control, and this advanced system will electronically sense your driving style and driving situation, and respond with either sporty upshifting or more conservative upshifting. Move the lever into the MS area of the shift gate to select the Sport program, which shifts at higher RPMs and will only shift up as far as 4th gear. As soon as you move the lever in the plus or minus direction, you engage manual mode. Move the selector in the plus direction to shift up through all 5 gears. Move it in the minus direction to shift down.
To operate the power moonroof, locate the overhead button. One firm tap toward the rear will open the roof all the way. Tap once on the middle of the button when the roof is open to go to the tilt position. One firm tap toward the front will close the roof. When the roof is closed, press the middle button and the rear of the roof will tilt to enhance ventilation. The compartment in the trunk for storing the convertible top is flexible, allowing you to increase luggage space when the top is up. To lower the top, first make sure that the storage compartment is fully extended. To do this, flip the handle down and pull it out toward you, letting the compartment drop down to its extended position. To lower the automatic top, make sure the car is stationary and locate the top-down switch on the center console. Press and hold the button. The windows will lower slightly. The red light in the button will glow steadily until the operation is complete. If you remove your finger from the switch, the light will flash, indicating the operation has been interrupted. A yellow light will be illuminated if it is impossible to lower the top, such as when the compartment for storing the roof in the trunk hasn't been fully extended. To close the top, press and hold the top up button. Continue pressing after the red light has gone off, and the windows will be raised automatically. It is also possible to lower and raise the top with the key in the driver's door lock. To fully close or open any one of the car's windows with one touch, pull up or press down on the window switches firmly. To partially close or open a window, pull up or press down on the switch lightly and keep your finger on the switch. Please use the rectangular switch to deactivate the rear power window switches whenever small children are riding in the car. After the vehicle has been turned off, windows can be operated for up to 15 minutes until one of the front doors is opened. In the coupe, you must keep your finger on the switch in order to close the rear vent window. Ensure the window area is clear before closing or opening a window. In the convertible, you can use the all windows switch to lower all windows with one touch. To raise the windows with this button, keep your finger on the switch. From ignition key position 1 on up, you can retrieve information from the onboard computer by repeatedly pressing the button on the turn signal stalk. The instrument cluster readout will display the time, outside temperature, average fuel consumption, fuel range, and average speed. To recalculate the averages, press and hold the button. To change the clock, first scroll through the onboard computer functions to the clock. Then, turn the right-hand knob on the instrument cluster to the right and hold to set the clock ahead. Turn it to the left to set it back. At first, the numbers will change slowly, then they speed up. Press the knob if you wish to change the display mode from 12 hours to 24 hours.
To use an optional integrated cellular phone, press the RT button on the left side of the steering wheel until telephone numbers appear in the display. Use the search buttons marked with arrows to scroll through the names and numbers you've stored. Once you've found the number, press the call button to begin your hands-free call. To raise or lower the volume, press the plus and minus switches on the left side of the steering wheel. To end the call, press the call button again. When listening to the audio system, you can use the plus and minus switches on the left side of the steering wheel to adjust the volume. Press the arrow buttons once to search up or down. The right side of the multifunction steering wheel is devoted to cruise control. To set the cruise control once you've reached a speed of approximately 20 miles per hour, first turn on the system by pressing the concave button marked 10. This symbol will light up in the display. Now tap the plus button once to register your speed. Each successive tap on the plus sign will increase your speed by 0.6 miles per hour. And holding the button down will increase speed steadily. Tapping the minus button reduces speed in 0.6 miles per hour segments. And holding the button down decreases speed steadily. To interrupt cruise control, tap the 10 button. When you're ready to resume, tap the button with the cruise control symbol. Cruise control will be interrupted automatically when you apply the brakes, depress the clutch, shift into neutral, or your speed increases by 10 miles per hour for more than 30 seconds. When cruise control has been interrupted, pressing the 10 button will fully turn off the cruise control. You'll find the windshield wiper controls on a stalk on the right side of the steering wheel. Push up one notch for intermittent wiping action or to activate the rain sensor. The rain sensor employs an infrared LED to measure rainfall hitting the windshield. To change the intermittent wiping interval or the sensitivity of the rain sensor, turn the wheel embedded in the stalk. In vehicles without a rain sensor, the speed of the wipers will step back a level as the vehicle comes to a rest. Move the stalk up one more notch for steady wiping action at a normal speed. Move up one more notch and the wiping frequency increases to fast. For just a quick swipe of the windshield, press the stalk down and release. The selector switch for parking lights and headlights is located to the left of the steering wheel. If your vehicle is equipped with automatic headlight control, move the selector switch to the left, and the system will automatically turn on or off the low beams in response to changes in ambient light levels. Your BMW Center can program the vehicle memory so that daytime running lights will come on whenever the vehicle is started and go off automatically when the vehicle is switched off. To the right of the selector switch is the rheostat, which controls the illumination intensity of the instrument cluster displays. The fog light switch is below the rheostat. Press this button when the low beams or parking lights are on to make the fog lights come on. The fog lights will turn off automatically when the high beams are switched on. To turn on or off one of the interior lights, press the button briefly. Press and hold for more than 3 seconds if you want the light to remain off continuously. 15 minutes after the ignition key has been turned to the off position, all interior lights are switched off automatically.
Navigation system. Despite its vast array of functions, the navigation system is very easy to use. Turning the round control knob moves the cursor. Moving the cursor over an item highlights the item, and pressing the knob selects the item. To use the BMW onboard navigation system, select GPS navigation from the menu. Read this warning carefully. Use this system only when traffic and environmental conditions permit. Pay attention to traffic laws and situations. Safe vehicle operation is the driver's responsibility. Always wear your safety belt. Press the knob to accept. To establish your preferred settings, press the menu button and select Settings. Use the control knob to make your selections. At Screen, choose between split screen or full screen display modes. With the split screen mode, your current location appears on the right, when the onboard computer display and the audio display appear on the left side of the screen. Use Clock to set the clock. Use Date to choose between 2 date formats and to set the date. Use Nav Volume to make navigation instructions louder or softer. Use Color Set to choose between 2 different background colors. You may also specify language and units of measurement for distance, fuel consumption, and temperature for the onboard computer display. To set the time, select Clock. Press Set. The time will appear in the display. Turn the knob to adjust the time, then press to confirm. For guidance to your destination, begin by entering an address into the system. First, press the knob to select City. An alphanumeric display will appear. Turn the knob to spell the city, pressing after each letter you select.